everybody, my name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Harry Rice. I review games for the Montreal Canadiens. Usually I would be live to talk about the game that happened tonight. However, for some reason my Streamlabs OBS is not working. So basically I can turn off the Dallas logo and get the Buffalo logo up. But as soon as I try and change the game score from 4-3 Montreal, which was the score of the last game, to 6-1 Buffalo, it doesn't let me input any numbers. It keeps crashing Streamlabs OBS. So I figured, why not? I'll come up on regular OBS Studio, because I still have that, luckily. I figured I'll come up on this one and I'll just record. I figured streaming, it'll take a while to get going. And yeah, I would love to start streaming on OBS Studio again. I'm going to have to get used to these controls again as opposed to Streamlabs OBS. So yeah, the Montreal Canadiens played tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. I tried my best, by the way, to recreate what the stream layout is. You guys don't have the, you guys have a little bit bigger thing here. Obviously, there's no chat because we're not going live. Yeah. If anyone is new here, usually when we are live and how we are right now, we take a look at the lines for both teams. We go through the stats, the game summary and analysis, little recap, I guess you could say, for the Montreal Canadiens, and then we go through the stats for the for the game in general, and then we go through the stats for the Canadiens. And yeah, like I said, usually we'd be live. However, my Streamlabs OBS is not working, unfortunately. I'll see if I can get it restarted for next game. Worst case scenario, I just have to recreate what it looks like. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just delete the source. I don't know. Like I said, I'll try. I didn't want to waste a lot of time. I wanted this up probably before 11. Plus, this is actually better because I do have family staying over tonight, so I won't be able to make a lot of noise and wake them up for 2 hours, so yeah, the opening lines for the Montreal Canadiens were Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Anderson, Monahan, Gallagher, Evans, Ullinen, Pezzetta, Stevens, Armia, Matheson, Savard, Gooley, Barron, Struble, Harris, and Kovacevic. So the Canadiens going with, once again, 11 forwards and 7D, and Jake Allen gets to go ahead and net for the Canadiens. I think you could tell. And Caden Primo backs him up tonight, giving Montembeault the night off, as surprisingly he's been solid. Doesn't get the start, though. Yeah. For me, I thought that overall it was an okay game. Yeah. Jake Allen, first 2 goals, not really much he could do on. 3 and 4, what the hell was he doing? 5th, he wasn't on the ice for, and then 6th, yeah. At that point, it doesn't matter, so I really didn't care. So, yeah. And we'll get into some news regarding Christian Dvorak. Actually, I might as well get to here because I didn't put him before the game stuff. Christian Dvorak, by the way, it is confirmed, and also Anderson, after being injured last game, he's back in. Apparently, he just had a frozen knee. Basically, was the extent of his injury, and he's back in the lineup. Dvorak, though, is out for the season with a completely torn pectoral muscle. That has got to fucking hurt. Any wrestling fans in here, you'll know. Cody Rhodes, I believe, had a torn pec. That's basically what Dvorak has. Apparently, he completely tore it. So, God, I would not want to be Christian Dvorak right now. He's apparently going in for surgery tomorrow. That's very good. He's getting it fixed. But, again, he will be out for the remainder of the season. And also, before we actually get into the Sabres lines and the rest of the game, I will be on the Habnormals podcast tomorrow. That's coming out sometime tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time. But yeah, I will post the link in the description if I remember to. I'm hoping that I do. Yeah, check it out. It's on Spotify. I don't know if it's anywhere else where you can get podcasts. I know for sure it's on Spotify. I was actually co-hosting with Rick for this episode. Matt, unfortunately, was not able to be there. And so I filled in for him. And just from having recorded it, I think it's a pretty fun episode. I think it's a really solid one. You guys can go check it out again. Link will be in the description. If you got Spotify, I don't know if you can set reminders or notify me when there's a new episode, but if you guys can do that, that'd be much appreciated. It's a great podcast when I'm on or when I'm not on. It's a great podcast. I love listening to it. I'm very happy that I've been on 2 times now. So again, please go check that out. Support not only your boy, but support the other boy, talking Habs, Rick and Matt. The opening lines for the Sabres were Skinner, Thompson, Tuck, Quinn, Cousins, Peterka, Greenway, Mittelstadt, Benson, and Gergensons, Krebs, Olofsson, Dahlin, Jokiharju, Samuelson, Clifton, and Power Johnson. That's a great porn name. Don't try and tell me otherwise. Devin Levi gets to start net against his hometown team in Montreal. That's awesome. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen backs him up as Eric Comrie has officially been sent down. I'm just going to take a sip of my milkshake. I got McDonald's today. So it was a pretty good day. And officially before the game, shout out Nick Suzuki, who goes to his, I believe it's third straight NHL All-Star game. Voted in 2021. Voted last year, and he's voted this year. That's going to be fun to see who ends up making it. If there's another Canadian, maybe Caulfield joins him. I could see Matheson maybe joining him. That'd be really cool. I don't know, best case scenario, maybe Montembeault. That'd be really cool, considering there's no good goalies, I think, on the All-Star team right now. Yeah. That'd be really cool. Good to see what team Nick Suzuki's voted to. I don't even think they have the captains yet, which that's going to be fun. But, yeah, like I said, Nick Suzuki going to his third straight All-Star game. Shout out the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. Canadiens get an early chance for this fourth line. Pezzetta has a nice shot. He's then cheap-shotted. Struble has 2 nice hits that gets the crowd into the game. Sabres get a couple looks. Peterka off the post. Habs then ice it. That almost made it 1-0. Sabres then get another good look on a wrap try. That's stopped by Allen. Rebounds are being cleaned up nice by him early in the game. Canadians get a few looks. Ullinen and Gallagher right in the crease. They whack at a puck that was loose, and we got a little bit of a scrum. Refs are reviewing for a potential goal, but there's no evidence that it crosses the line, so there is no goal. Still a scoreless game. That would have been really funny if both those goals had went in, the Peterka off the post and that one. So we're 1-1. This game technically would end 7-2, which... Sabres then push back off the ensuing faceoff. They're able to tie the shots 7-7 after they were, I believe, 7-3 for the Canadians. Caulfield gets in on a nice break. He finds Matheson, but the shot's just high and wide. Sabres get a couple chances, and they go to the power play. The former Sabre, Joel Armia, is called for a hook. Sabres get an early chance from Dahlin. That's held by Allen. Habs are able to send it down. They clear the puck. And yeah, Allen makes a couple good stops, but and the Canadians are now 1-for-1 on the PK tonight. Then there's a penalty coming up right as Armia is leaving the box, maybe 2 seconds after he leaves the box. Whistle blows, thought it was an offside on the Sabres. However, it's a penalty on the Sabres. You can't go offside. That's a penalty. No, it was a bench minor for too many men. That's the call. How many people for a split second actually think, wait, offside's a penalty now? But no, it was a bench minor for too many men. I forget who they had to serve the penalty. It might have been Jack Quinn. I forget. But Habs have great control. Sabres are able to clear the puck to start. However, again, the Canadians just really, really working over the Sabres at this point. Caulfield gets a couple looks. Sofkovsky then tries to bury a couple rebounds. Habs look great. Keeping pressure for just about the full 2 minutes. Just not able to score. Unfortunately, the Habs are 0-for-1 on the power play tonight. Stevens then shoves a Sabre who's in front of Allen. He can't get in the goalie's face. Everyone gets a little involved. No fights, though. Surprisingly, for how tough the Sabres want to think they are, there were no fights tonight. And I was a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, it's the Buffalo Sabres, so it kind of makes sense that they'll stir some shit up and then just not step up to the bell. Final minute, Habs end up pushing. There's a good steal by Slav with 10 seconds left. Suzuki nearly buries it on the centering feed. So the shots after the first period are 15-14 for the Canadians, but unfortunately a scoreless tie after 20 minutes of play. And in the second period, early on, Habs get some looks, and we score in the opening 2 minutes. Joel Armia buries a chance for his 100th point as a Canadian, but wait. There's a coach's challenge for goalie interference. Michael Pezzetta had bumped into Devin Levi. He was trying to go around Connor Clifton, ends up skating by. I get why that's fucking illegal, by the way, so there's no goal call. But I just feel there's a second, maybe a second and a half for Levi to get set back up. I feel you could have called that still a good goal. But yeah, Pezzetta, you definitely got to find a different way to get away from Connor Clifton, and yeah, it's unfortunately a called off goal, and the Canadians are still without a goal in this game. Habs then go to the PK as David Savard's called for a hook on a JJ Peterka chance. Very lucky that wasn't called a penalty shot. I thought that was borderline on being a penalty shot. Sabres do press though, and they score. Casey Mittelstadt gets the 1-0 Sabres lead, gets them on the board. Matheson way out of position. Nobody's able to cover for him. Mittelstadt's able to just bury it by by Allen on the 2-on-1, basically. Cross-crease chance. And it's 1-for-2 on the PK for the Canadiens. And they go right back to the PK. It's about a minute later with the fourth line on the ice. Mitchell Stevens has a clean shoulder hit. And naturally, because the Canadiens are pulling it off, it's called 2 for interference. Yeah, and the Sabres score. It's an identical goal, cross-crease shot. Jeff Skinner makes it 2-0 for the Sabres. I put We Are Fucking Fucked, shout out Muse, one of the worst songs I've ever heard. Habs are 1-for-3 on the PK tonight. Sabres press. Slavkovsky's getting put out with the top line to try and get some energy. Caulfield nearly finds a shot. Sabres then press. 9 minutes remaining in the second period. There was just no life for the Canadiens. And again, the 2 identical goals, that'll do that to a team. Habs then go back to the PK as Pizzetta's called for a trip. He then gets a skate to the lower jaw. That looks scary. Thankfully, doesn't cut too deep. It's just a scar. It looks kind of cool, actually. Thankfully, just a little bit of a cut. Not super deep, thankfully. Yeah, he would actually, funny enough, the Canadiens, the Canadiens, after we got the first whistle of the PK, Pizzetta actually came out of the box. He went to the back to get some repairs. Gallagher went in exchange for him, and the commentators apparently cannot see a giant gash on Pizzetta's face. Well, not giant, but it's clearly noticeable. And they were wondering why he went to the back, and I don't think they ever corrected themselves and found out what was going on. But yeah, the Canadiens score. We're able to get some clears. Matheson ends up having a 2-on-1. That doesn't get buried, but with the second unit PK out there, Dahlin is stripped by Armia. Great shot. That buries it for legitimately point number 100 with the Canadiens for Joel Armia. And just like that, it's 2-1. The Canadiens try to get back in it with a nice shorthanded goal. Habs are now 2-for-4 on the PK. Technically 1-for-4 in terms of scoring goals. Habs then try to press late. It's all Sabres. Allen making a couple good stops early here. We'll need him to be solid in the. We'll need him to be solid in the third period if that's even possible. The Habs then finally go to the power play with 2 minutes left exactly. Anderson finally draws a tripping penalty on Cousins. Habs look decent early on, and then Eric Johnson decides to hit Brendan Gallagher from behind and then give Josh Anderson a cross check to the back of the head. There's no penalty on either call, naturally. Sabres then press shorthanded, a couple chances. Suzuki has a nice shove after a whistle, with the Sabre getting a little too close to Jake Allen. Habs get a couple chances late, but we can't score. Habs are 0-for-2 on the power play. And the shots are 27-21 for the Habs, but the Sabres with the 2-1 lead after 40 minutes. Canadiens look fairly okay in the opening minutes. Sabres get a couple chances. 4 minutes in, it's 3-1 Sabres. Jack Quinn buries one past Allen. Doesn't even try to make a save. Just, it's across and it's in. Yeah, and then it's 4-1 Sabres about a minute and a half later. Allen decides to flop out of his net like a fucking fish. He leaves a wide open net. And it's either Alex Tuch or Tage Thompson who end up getting the goal. Yeah, I don't know what Allen was doing on those 2 goals. And I said this, I was on Talking Habs stream earlier in the chat. And I mentioned this, and I'll say it here too. Jake Allen is maybe the worst goalie in the NHL to have when you need someone to be clutch in the third period. At least with the Canadiens. It genuinely feels like if we're down by like a goal or 2, or we're up by a couple goals, Jake Allen, when we need him to be at least half decent, he never is. First and second period, he'll make all great stops. And then third period comes and it's like, we were up 3-1. Now we're down 4-4. We're down 4-4. We're down 5-4. Oh, Jake Allen just isn't it anymore, and I can't wait until he gets traded. Josh Anderson, we also talk about Jake Allen's trade value on that podcast, the Talk on the Hab Normals podcast. That's coming out sometime. Josh Anderson in front. Great stop by Devin Levi. That should have made it 4-2. The mask of Levi is actually loose on the shot. Play is stopped. Funny enough, Off the shot, he holds, the mask comes a little loose. He flips it back. He wants the play to keep going, but the rest blow the whistle, so he takes the mask off. He fixes it. So that was something fun. Most goalies would flick it off immediately, but Levi wanted to keep playing, so that's admittedly something a little cool. Also, shout out Devin Levi and Sam Montembeault being teammates back in college, apparently, and apparently living together as well when they were in college. That's pretty cool. Habs try to press, but just bad passing leads to turnovers. Buffalo presses with 6 minutes left. Then we got a scrap. Cousins ends up poking at Montembeault when he's covering a puck. Matheson gives him a nice elbow, goes after him, giving some punches. Savard then gets in. Cousins, being a little Buffalo pussy he is, hides behind the referees. And yeah, so it's 5-on-5. All three guys get minors for interference. Matheson, Savard with minors for interference, and then Cousins gets 2 because he was involved twice. And according to the ref, they all wash. It's 5-on-5. I've never heard they all wash before from an official, so I don't know which one that was, but even though they kind of fucked the Canadiens tonight, I'll admit that was a little funny. There's an empty net with 5 minutes left, and the Sabres score. Rasmus Dahlin gets the goal from his own zone. I get why some people might be upset that we pulled the goalie down by that much with 5 minutes left, but it's either you pull him then, or you're probably not gonna be able to pull until you got like a minute left. I'd rather take that chance with 5 minutes left. You're down by 3 anyways. If you get 1, then okay, you probably keep Allen in for another minute or 2. So, meh. I really didn't mind. So it's 5-1 there. Canadians try to get anything, but bad passing leads to more Sabres chances, and it's 6-1 off a nice rush 2-on-1 for the Sabres. Tage Thompson buries it. I believe that gives Jeff Skinner his 4th point of the night. He had obviously the goal, and he had 3 assists for 4 points total. Yeah, Tage Thompson buries it, and that would be the game. Final shots were 38-33 for the Buffalo Sabres, so they came out big with 17 shots in that third period. Not a lot of them were really huge stops for Allen. A lot of them just basic little glove stops and chest shots, which is very funny because, again, Sabres pressed a lot. They just could not, again, those 2 goals that made it 3 and 4 nothing that Allen looked like shit on. Allen got shit on, I should say. And then, obviously the empty net. What's Allen going to do? He's on the fucking bench. He can try and blow at the puck, but he's not going to do a goddamn thing when he's 70 feet away, basically. Or 30 feet away. He's not going to be able to blow that goddamn thing. Nobody's going to be able to, but, yeah. And then that 6th goal against the 2-on-1. That one I think he could have had. That's the only 2-on-1 goal tonight I think he honestly could have had. But yeah, that's the game. Final shots are 38-33 for the Sabres. And a 6-1 victory in regulation for Buffalo once again as well. Let's get into the final stats, then I'll get out of you guys' hair. Then again, if you guys are watching, I'd assume that you are willingly watching and hopefully not kidnapped and being made to watch these videos. If you are, I apologize for how tortured you are. Seriously, Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 12 goals, 22 assists, 34 points. Cole Caulfield has 11 goals, 16 assists for 27 points. Genesis uploaded something about the Canadiens. Actually, I don't know. I'm assuming that it's the it's the Scrum. Yeah, so it's the one with Savard, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, that's fun. But yeah, Cole Caulfield has 11 goals, 16 assists, 27 points. Surprisingly, does not lead in goals again. That is Nick Suzuki. Mike Matheson has 6 goals, 21 assists, 27 points. Say it with me now. Remember when Mike Matheson wasn't playing like a top 15 D5 games ago? Yes, I do. Sean Monahan has 9 goals, 13 assists, 22 points. Yuri Savkovsky's got 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. Alex Newhook is out for another 2 months, I believe. He has 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points. Justin Barron has 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. Brendan Gallagher, 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points. Joshua Anderson, 6 goals, 5 assists, and 11 points. Jake Evans. I wish Jake Allen had these stats. That'd be fucking hilarious. But Jake Evans has got 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Caden Gooley's got 3 goals, 7 assists for 10 points. Tanner Pearson, who some Habs fans seem to have forgotten about. Yeah, he does exist. 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Jonathan Kovacevic has got 5 goals, 2 assists for 7 points. Christian Dvorak, who is now out for the remainder of the year, and David Savard both have 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. Jesse Ulinen's got 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. Michael Pazzetta's got a goal for 5 assists, 6 points. Joel Armia's got 5 goals. That's not too bad. Jaden Struble, this dude's got to start passing the puck. He needs an assist before the end of the year. But Jaden Struble's got 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. Jordan Harris, a goal for 4 assists and 5 points. Gustav Lindstrom, who is currently, I believe, in Laval, actually. I should mention that. He's not been playing with the Canadiens for a while. 3 goals and assists for 4 points. Raphael Harpinard with 4 assists. Arbor Jacka, who's also currently in Laval, with a goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Mitchell Stevens with 2 goals. Kirby Doc, who's unfortunately out for man of the year. And Caden Primo with 2 assists. And Jake Allen and Samuel Montembeau each with an assist. Again, I really hope that Caden Primo gets another assist, because it'd be really funny to say that our backup goaltender has more points than our second line forward, or second line center. I think that would genuinely be really funny. In terms of fighting, Michael Bezzetta's got 4. Arbor Jacka's got 3. Joshua Anderson's got 2. Yaroslavkovsky, Kaden Gooley, Tanner Pearson, and Jaden Struble each have 1 singular fight. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's video, guys. Surprisingly. The first video of 2024, actually, too, I just realized. But again, that is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, everything, which includes, but it's not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and else. My name is Harris. Subscribe to Puff Club, the Haze Clubs, Hubbub, D-Nation. If you're a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for writing comments on any streams and or reviews. It's much greatly appreciated. Again, guys, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Links in the description. Sorry, on the Amazon, the PL Box, PayPal, Letterboxd, Pin account, and the Twitch and the Streamlabs are down there as well. Again, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice. Again, and I am out. Love you guys. Ale Montreal. Always remember, no matter how better last year, how fairly okay we are like this year. Go Habs, go baby. Thank you guys. I pinched my nipple. That hurt. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rice again, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.